Okay, let's take a look at parsing the web. So under parsing routines, this first one, it says debugging. That would not be enabled for you. That's really for me when I'm doing debugging on the program. So you would be able to obviously parse, and you need to parse, and we'll be explaining that a little bit more in detail later. But for example, under the regular season, that one click would go off and parse a whole bunch of data. But I wanted to show you just an example of what parsing is really about. Let's look at, if you were to look at team standing, right? You can parse that web. It'll go get it pretty quick. But let's see what it really did. If you go back out here to the website, this is the team standing, right? This is under NBA standing, and this page would come up. And of course, here's the team standings sorted by rankings and so on. So if you look, like Boston Celtics, 21 wins, 6 losses, and so on. I went and showed, for example, if you look at the source document for this, if you go here, if you knew anything about, you know, the actual HTML coding, you can see view source code, and this code is highlighted here. Well, in reality, it actually looks more like this, and I just made a copy of it. And so this goes, you know, I don't know how many lines of code, but notice there's 21 sitting here, there's 6 here. Well, if you go back, there's your 21, your 6. So the data begins, you know, at this point here, and you have to, it's very intricate. You have to figure out essentially how to interpolate this information on the raw, you know, HTML code. Okay, so that's kind of what that's all about. But anyway, all that being said, you can parse. Again, you're extrapolating from the web this data, and the data then goes into databases. And you'll be doing that for every single time, right? Every single game you want to go out, you want to get the latest information, and this is how you're going to do that. So here you see you have the regular season, you have your charts, your team standing, your Vegas spreads, scores, and the way the scores is going to work is like today's game. Tomorrow you would parse the scores, and then you can go ahead and print that out, and the next report or the printout will have the scores on it. And then this one-click auto, this is a one-click button, and it goes off and does all of these things automatically for you, with the exception of it won't go off and get the spreads or the scores, because that's something that's very time dependent. So anyway, that's parsing I wanted to show you and what that looks like.